Thank you, Speaker. All protocol observed. I want to start with this title. A responsive city working with agility to restore service delivery to the people. Executive Mayor, before that can be accomplished, you need to face the reality. We need to be more on the ground with the residents of all areas in Ekurhuleni. If we can't understand our residents' frustration, desperation, and needs, how can we reach them, even expect trust from the residents, or for the residents to obey our bylaws? This is the reality of what is happening in Ekurhuleni. Just a reminder that facts don't care about your feelings. Something that we as the FF Plus think needs a lot of attention is the mega cities in the city of Ekurhuleni that were planned and are years overdue. It is supposed to provide housing for the hundreds of thousands of people in informal settlements, and these people are currently being abandoned. With the same promise each year, because of the 8-year delay, the informal settlements has increased from 119 to around 164. Yes, it is a provincial initiative, but we are responsible for establishing of the infrastructure for these developments. The FF Plus will keep an eye on the promises you made, Executive Mayor, regarding the clinics. Just a reminder that the clinics in the city of Ekurhuleni are necessities and not luxuries. Technicians are being robbed, shot, and killed when they go out at night to serve the community and assist with getting electricity on for the residents. Now it has become a too life-threatening job to assist with a power outage occurring during the night, and the community has started standing together to protect the officials with the hope that they restore power as soon as possible. Once again, the FF Plus is warning the Metro that a parallel economy is going to start forming. There are houses whose rooms are rented out, and sometimes 10 families live in one house, and the infrastructure cannot take the load. Law enforcement in this is non-existent. The lack of consequence management and the lengthy and complicated processes to get rid of someone who doesn't do their job or intentionally sabotages, which causes the Metro to be run by officials, only depends on their political affiliation. While the law requires all South Africans to blow the whistle on corruption and stand up against political corruption, but we all know there are serious risks to career, reputation, and even personal safety if you do dare to take that road. But if you love your residents and have passion for the Metro, this is not a good enough reason to avert your eyes, keep your mouth, and suffer the consequences. The Ekurhuleni system has become a gangster's paradise. The construction mafia is infiltrating all departments. Politicians are for sale, and they are the ones making the purchase. The effect of more and more people moving into the cities to look for work soon discovers that it's easier to purchase a gun than to get a job. Also, the infrastructure was not equipped at all, and upgrades are expensive and time-consuming. Our residents are angry and want quick solutions, which will not withstand the load. Political hyenas and zamazamas have damaged the environment and stolen natural treasures from generations to come. Corruption is a crime against the people in the Metro. The Metro's resources are needed to support life, but the resources are being ravished and consumed at a reckless rate to satisfy the greed of few. Ekurhuleni's roads are in a state, and with no working streetlights, this is something that cannot be pushed aside. It needs immediate action. The residents' safety is at risk because the only people that can be controlled are the criminals, and due to that, they are being protected by the authorities as a reward. The EMPD is underfunded. We have EMPD officers who fill the EMPD vehicles with fuel out of their own salaries. They buy their own bulletproof vests and are forced to drive an EMPD vehicle that is not even roadworthy. Yet, they are expected to keep us safe. This is completely backwards and needs to change soon. Electricity, of course, is a big point of discussion with the load shedding and the high tariff increases. The metro is just taking and not giving back in return. One major concern is our stockrooms. When last did we do a proper audit of what is going on in our stock rooms? The big problem with cable theft and syndicates, which causes that the metro simply cannot keep up with the provision of power and replacement of cables. Again, proper law enforcement is not taking place and inside info is being leaked out. We are held back by corruption higher up, which has a ripple effect on the departments. Because of that, the metro is viewed as infiltrated by greedy politicians who subverted laws and policies with the sole intent of getting unbridled power to enrich themselves from the well of government resources and being gatekeepers, as some of our tenders are promised to certain individuals only. Executive Mayor, we are over 3 million residents in Ekurhuleni, and you are promising 16,000 jobs only. It sounds like you are promising only 1% everything, while the rest must fight to survive. The FF Plus will fight for all residents so that there is not just justice for some. We are running out of time, while the greed of financial addiction is fed every day. Executive Mayor, I want to leave you with this thought. You stood today before the media, the councillors and the citizens of Ekurhuleni, talking about a fairy tale Ekurhuleni which currently does not exist. It is now time to not just make another empty promise. It's time to show the citizens where this fairy tale Ekurhuleni is. Thank you, Speaker.